Use your mind, you better think, you better think. Think it through, you better think, you better think, you better think. Are you a zombie? You better think. Use your mind, don't be a follower. You better think. Yeah, I like that.
This month we're coming to you with the topic of friends. Friends. Definition is so different depending on who you're talking to. The requirements of friendships vary from person to person. What you might be able to get out of one, you can't get out of the other, but you consider them both friends. Some people use the term loosely to count the people that they know that they like a lot. Some people take the term very seriously and have less than two because they say it's a very hard role to fill. Some come over time and go, and some even come again. Some people you think you'll never like, and over time they become your best friends. Sometimes your best friend of many, many years becomes a stranger. Friendships can last a lifetime or for a season. For the purposes of this show, each person gets to describe friendship based on what it means to him or her, because in my true opinion, that's all that really matters, what it means to you and whether or not you feel that you're receiving that or even want it. So let's get right into the show.
Use your mind, you better think, you better think.
As I go through life's experiences, the word friend has changed in meaning for me. There was a time where I was happy-go-lucky. Oh my Lord, we're all friends and family, and the world is wonderful and beautiful. Then I reached a point in my life where, like us all, things shatter your concepts, and I understood that everyone who presented as a friend is not a friend. And another point in my life where I learned that everyone who is a friend does not remain a friend. Another point in my life where I learned that people who don't appear to be a friend end up being dear friends. So I used to think that once people became friends, that was it. You were friends for life. To me, friendship seemed stronger than family because I'm selecting these people in my life who I'm telling that I love dearly and I'll do anything for. Things you don't even do for family sometimes. I'm consciously loving on you, basically to the point, to me, like a spouse without intimacy. Friends are tight, they're close, they can trust each other, count on each other for laughs, hugs, to drop tears together, weddings, funerals, etc. There's a like soulmates when described as such, friendship, that depth that comes with them. But some people use that word and it's not the same depth described to each person. You have a friend you may see once a year, once you see once a week, but you love them both dearly. So there are so many levels to friendship that I dare not try to define it, but to explore it a little bit and what the word means. And sometimes people use the word, in my opinion, very loosely, and they introduce everybody they know as their friend. I grew up with a core. There were three of us females and three males, and the six of us were inseparable. And I actually used to sing the Brady Bunch tune about us because to me we were siblings. The six of us, we weren't a circle, a group. We just became, and it worked, and it was beautiful. For many, many years, I had the times of my life. If I had to go back and do it with my Brady Bunch, I would select the same six because it was such an amazing adventure to have friendships, six of us that were all in each individual right amazing. So the blaze between the six of us was undeniable. We, like I said, we were six siblings from different parents. And as you can imagine, just to set the preface, we all basically met right at our cusp of adulthood, 17 through 20. The six of us formed these unions, and we would go a long time in each other's lives, and some of us are still very, very active in each other's lives. And that was 40 years ago that we all encountered each other, and it was something about that group. We knew that it wasn't temporary. Maybe some of those relationships would be temporary, and they became such, but as a whole, unforgettable. These are the people that I met, and from day one, you feel like you've known them forever. The journey just begins. It begins. Whatever it becomes, it has its roller coasters. But the friendship journeys that I went through with the other five of these people defined friendship for me, and I'm happy to be able to have such memories for as long as I have memory of a time in my life where five other people just kept a smile on my face damn near 24 hours per day. I love everything that we had and that we experienced together, and I will always wish each and every one a beautiful life. As you all know, the poetess Chanelle chooses all of the topics for You Better Think. She releases poetry, and based on that poem, things spring forth. Chanel has been such a wonderful addition and inspiration for the show that we offered her a proposition to join as a co-host. So it brings me great pleasure, to be starting the show this week by saying, welcome to You Better Think, hosted by Cass Allen and Chanel. You already know what's coming, so get ready. As always, we have the pleasure of spoken word by the poetess Chanel. As you already know, the topic is friends, so listen up.
Should have known she was fake, 'cause she was too friendly. But it all came out that day when it came time to defend me. Oh, I have nothing to do with that, she said. That's when I needed her the most. Instead of checking on me, she disappeared like a ghost. The next day she acted like nothing happened. The nerve of this chick. How could she be so selfish? All she cared about was herself. It was plain to see. I hope when I disappear for good, she won't blame me. People have amnesia when it's not them. I hope she realizes that she lost a good friend. Fake friend, snake in the grass you turned out to be, which was a life lesson in itself of how not to give my heart away so easily. That is my biggest regret. I heard you are miserable and bitter. I'm not surprised. You're reaping all those times you played a true friend, a master in disguise.
Use your mind, you better think, you better think. Think it through, you better think, you better think, you better think. Are you a zombie? You better think. Use your mind, don't be a follower. You better think. Yeah, I like that. I love that beat, it's ill.
Before we get into this treat that we have for you today, I'm going to take a little break here with the poetess Chanel while you all get your little treats, fill your beverages, whatever you feel you need to do before you sit and lean in for a moment. We'll see you in a few. In the meantime, as many of you know, Cass Allen likes to dabble in music. So I'm going to hit you up with something I produced, and we'll see you soon.
What's your secret? What's your secret? What's your secret?
What you tipsy from, huh? Who you peeping, babe? Huh? What you tipsy from, huh? Tipsy, 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 what? What you tipsy from, huh?
What's your secret? What's your secret?
Tipsy, 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 what? Hey, honey, hey, yeah. What you tipsy from, huh? What you tipsy from, huh? What you tipsy from, huh? What you tipsy from, huh?
What's your secret? What's your secret?
What you tipsy from, huh? Tipsy, what? Hey, honey, you peeping, babe? Yeah.
What's your secret? What's your secret?
Tipsy, 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 what? Hey, honey, hey, yeah. Tipsy, 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 what? Hey, honey, hey, yeah.
What's your secret? What's your secret?
What you tipsy from, huh? Tipsy, what? Hey, honey, you peeping, babe? Yeah.
What's your secret? What's your secret?
Tipsy, 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 what? Hey, honey, hey, yeah.
What's your secret? What's your secret?
Tipsy, 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 what? Hey, honey, hey, yeah.
What's your secret? What's your secret? What's your secret? What's your secret?
What you tipsy from, huh? Tipsy, what? Hey, honey, you peeping, babe? Yeah.
What's your secret?
Use your mind, you better think. You better think. Think it through, you better think. You better think. You better think. Are you a zombie? You better think. Use your mind, don't be a follower. You better think. Yeah, I like that.
You're listening to You Better Think, hosted by Cass Allen and Poetess Chanelle, and sponsored by Bullhorn Gypsy. There is so much that I can say about our next guest that my mouth will run dry. He's a keyboardist who began studying at the age of 7 while he was already well talented long before then. He has worked with a very, very famous group for a very long time. He's composed and written most of the music for that group. I'm giving you clues. He has written cover songs and his work has been covered by endless people. He's been influenced by Marvin Gaye. He has worked with R. Kelly, Aaliyah, Ice Cube, Da Brat, to name some of the people who have covered his music. He has won many, many awards, including 11 gold and 4 platinum albums, which are mostly still in print. He has a current hit on the market named Hey Love. Most of you know his music because you grew up to it. Either you were listening to it or your parents. I would love to welcome into the studio today with much privilege and much honor, Chris Jasper. Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Chris. How are you today?
Good. Very good.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Hi.
And you listening to
Chanelle.
Cass and Chanelle, both of your co-hosts for this evening. First of all, I'd like to thank you for taking the time out to meet with us this evening.
Oh, sure. My pleasure.
And we're not going to take more than 15 minutes of your time. As I mentioned to you earlier, this happens to be the show where I have the opportunity to be joined by a co-host moving forward. And she is also a songstress, so I thought what better way for us to kick off this union than having her basically interview you.
Okay.
So the floor is yours, Chanelle, and I'll be here.
Yes. Hi, Chris. How's everything going?
Oh, pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope you had a good day today.
Yes. Yeah, very good.
Okay, so I just want to start off a little bit talk about the past a little bit. I know that you studied classical music at the age of 7. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah. I started taking piano lessons at the age of 7, and my mother suggested that I do that because she knew I had a good ear for music, and she arranged for me to take lessons from this professor that went to our church.
Okay.
And that was the beginning of my songwriting and music education.
All right, that's wonderful. But tell us a little bit how you felt about that at first. Were you for that when your mom said that you should take classical music, or were you the type of child that said, "No, mommy, I want to go play with my friends"? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to play too, but I also love music. Music was a thing that I got attracted to even before I started taking lessons. I used to play by ear, and I used to listen to the radio and try to fill out the chords for songs and everything, and it always interested me. I like to listen to Ray Charles and Jackie Wilson and Sam Cooke. And then that's when my mom, encouraged me to take lessons because she said, well, if you have such a good ear for music, you should learn how to read music. So I did, and I still have plenty of time to play too.
oh wow. Okay, so this is basically you were like, this gift has been in you before you were 7 years old. That's what I'm getting from what you just said.
Yeah, 7 is when I started to take lessons, but I was interested in music before that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like to move along. Like, you were inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1992, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Right. That's correct. Yeah.
Describe how you felt when you found that out. When you got that news, tell us how you felt. Were you excited? Were you shocked?
It was exciting and kind of both. Kind of a shock too because I wasn't even thinking about any kind of Hall of Fame. When I got the call, and it was like I had to hang up the phone and kind of think about it for a minute, and it kind of sunk in after a while. But to be in that kind of company with a lot of those great musicians and artists, it's a great thing.
Of course. Were you a little nervous? Was there a little nervousness? Was there a little?
You get butterflies, especially when the event happened, because there was a lot of press there, and before the ceremony, there was a press conference, and I think everybody who had a camera and there were reporters were at that press conference, and you got to answer questions from people, and I was kind of a little bit nervous then, but once the event happened, I kind of, it was like doing a show, like at a gig,
Okay. So, in 2021, you were inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Now, that was last year. So my question to you is, since you've won so many awards, since you've been in the business for so long, when this happened, were you phased? Did you care? Or were you like, I won so many awards, like this is nothing to me? Were you, you know?
I don't ever think of any, if anybody wants to recognize me, I don't think of any award that way. I don't care how big or how small it is. You know, I've always believed that, you know, people appreciate what you do and they let you know, I'm thankful for that, and especially the Songwriters Hall of Fame award because, as I just alluded to earlier, my background is in composition.
Yeah.
I learned how to be a composer from a very early age. So the Songwriters Hall of Fame is right up there at the top because that's what I've been trained to do all my life.
Wow, I didn't even know it was up there. Okay, thanks for sharing that information.
Mm-hmm.
So now I would like to jump into something else. The show, to be exact. This month's theme is friends, right? So, is there any friend in this life that played a key role in your success?
Any friend?
Yes, any, friend.
Well, I could just say, my wife's my best friend and has been for the last almost 40 years. And she would have to come first, because she's had a big impact on my life. But apart from her, I guess other friends would be, the rest of the group that I work with, Ernie and Marvin in particular, kind of grew up together and, we worked very closely together, especially me and Ernie in writing songs. And so, I guess that would be the second, impact on me.
Wow. That is so beautiful. You said your wife. I am so tickled by that. That is very beautiful. Mm-hmm.
I try to tell the truth all the time, so it is true.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. So your new album, Raise the Bar.
Yes.
Chris, that Hey Love song, I was grooving to it. Okay? I was listening to that in my house. I said, okay, it's really smooth. It's just, it gets to the point. It's a beautiful song. It's very beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
I appreciate that.
Yes, I love it. Your voice is so smooth, like, ooh. I said, okay, Okay, so, we noticed that you have a lot of love songs. My question to you is, do you think lovers have to be friends before getting involved?
I believe you have to know the person, to really have a good relationship. You have to know who they are, what they're about, their temperament, because, sometimes people say, well, the relationship ended because there was some surprise, something they didn't know about the other person,
Yes.
And I think you should get to know a person, you know what I mean? Like, for example, before my wife and I got married, we dated for 2.5 years, and we knew each other pretty well by that time, and it was always a good, relationship. Even in those 2.5 years, we never really had any bad, moments, and that's rare. But I think you should get to know a person. It makes everything better,
Chris, I think you are right, because sometimes I think we just jump too fast, right? We just...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I found that's true in a lot of cases, people jump really fast into something and then, oh, I don't know why I did that, and oh, I didn't know this person was like that, and all kinds of problems come up, and you have to be wise, in who you select to be your partner, it can affect your life, the whole rest of your life,
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's very important, yeah.
Let me just ask you this question. What tips could you give us, on how to on a successful marriage? Because you've been with your wife for how many years again, Miss?
Well, it'll be 40 years in
40
February.
years. What is your recipe for a successful marriage?
Being honest with each other. I mean, that's first. Because trust is something, if you lose it, a lot of times you can't get it back.
Tell me about that.
And, if you're honest, you have to be honest at all times. And really, like I said, getting to know a person involves, communication, talking to them, seeing what they like, what they don't like, and respecting each other. That's another thing.
Right, respect.
You know what I mean? Having a mutual respect for each other. That's important too. But I think that a main thing is, and everybody knows this, is the vibe you get when you meet a person. Usually, the first vibe you get is the right one.
Intuition, right, Chris?
Because if you're being honest with yourself, sometimes there's a lot of questions you have when you first meet a person.
That is true.
But if it's right, if things that feel right to you, and you trust your instinct, not your desires, trust your instinct, usually you'll be right, because some people I've heard say, well, they've gotten to a relationship that, okay, they thought they could change a person, you know what I mean? They saw these flaws, but yeah, with my, the kind of person I am, I can change them, I can change them into how they're supposed to be. Mistake. That's almost hardly ever happens, But, like, we all kind of have an instinct when we meet people. You say, hey, that was some negative energy I just felt there, or it was positive, And with me and Margie, it's always been positive, the way both of us felt about each other from the very beginning, And it's got to flow both ways, too.
That is wonderful.
It can't be one way. It's got to flow both ways. Both people have to feel that same kind of vibe. And when they do, it's really a lasting relationship. That's, you hear people staying together for as long as I have, or even longer, But that's what happens. That positive energy is flowing both ways.
Right. That is wonderful. Okay, Chris, that was some very good advice. Do you have anything else you need to add? Would like to add to the show?
Well, just a big thanks to the fans and people who listen to my music, buy it, whatever, stream it. I'm always grateful for that. And the people who play it. The DJs and program directors. Because I know, they're a key part, too, in getting the music out there, so, I've always been thankful for that, I always like the opportunity to thank people who have helped my career along, and, the fans are number one, too.
Okay. We are going to play your music on our radio show, and we would like to thank you for taking this time to talk to us and hang with us. And you heard it right here on You Betta THiNK. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Okay. Bye now.
All right. Bye-bye.
As you all heard the poetess Chanelle say, we will be playing Chris Jasper's music today. What an amazing gentleman. An amazing friendship with his wife, which has led to an amazing marriage. And what an amazing career, everyone. I'm not even going to tease you anymore. I love this song, Hey Love. It's romantic, it's beautiful, and it's to the point. I want some time. I'm feeling you. I personally think it's gorgeous, and I will be smiling and dancing throughout the set. So let's get with it. Hey love, won't you tell me how you feel about me? I'm so in love. Never thought that I could feel this way. But honey, you are my fantasy. Girl, you're all I need. So please tell me please, you feel the same way about me. Oh, hey love, would you like to go away with me? Sharing our love with a passion for beyond our dreams. Oh, honey, you are my fantasy. Girl, you're all I need. So please tell me please, that you feel the same way about me. Tell me, baby, I love you more than words could ever say. Hey love, together every minute of every day, becoming as one. The unbreakable will always stay. 'Cause honey, you are my fantasy. Girl, you're all I need. So please tell me please, you feel the same way about me. Say you love me now. Hey love, won't you tell me, hey love, what you feel about saying you love me now? Oh, baby, hey love, I wanna know, hey love, if you love me too. Say you love me now. Please tell me, hey love, tell me how you feel, what you want me to do. Say you love me now. Oh, baby, hey love, so never, never let you go. Say you love me now. I believe, there ain't no one for me. Oh, say you love me now. Hey love, won't you tell me, What an amazing tune. Everybody, you're listening to Hey Love by Chris Jasper. That man is everywhere. Anywhere you go, YouTube, Facebook, Wikipedia, you name it, Apple Music. He's got his own site, discography. I could go on and on, like I said, and this is just in my head. Just things that you know are going on. The songhall.org. ASCAP, BMI, it's just anywhere you turn, type Chris Jasper, and you'll be loaded up with songs you probably even might even go, oh my God, that man, he's incredible. I'm not biting on horns, I'm not biased. I'm not bigging up. I'm blowing up this man where he already is. His talent is incredible. His composition incredible. His lullabies incredible. The words, the way he forms them together, absolutely incredible. And I'm very honored again that he has taken the time to join us this evening to have a little introspective fun. That's what it's all about on You Better Think. Using your mind like the poetess Chanelle lullabied you all earlier. You don't want to be a zombie. We have a little fun. We have a little introspection. And you all think, as we said, we're not here to force anything down your brain, your throat, out your throat. We just want you to have conversations and have fun and think about ways to improve the things around us. People, places, and things. You better think.
Use your mind, you better think. You better think. Think it through, you better think. You better think. You better think. Are you a zombie? You better think. Use your mind, don't be a follower. You better think. Yeah, I like that.
You're listening to You Better Think, hosted by Cass Allen and poetess Chanelle, and sponsored by Bullhorn Gypsy.
You know, we use that term, friends, too loosely at times. Oh hell no. Yeah, we use that term too loosely, and now you be like, now that you think about it later on, you be like, that wasn't my goddamn friend. That ain't my damn friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I agree with you. We do use that term. Yo, that's my friend. Nah, that ain't your friend, because she was just trying to talk to your boyfriend.
You're right, Chanelle. Hey, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Chanelle and I like to do our radio shows all around New York, so you're going to hear a little bit of FDNY every now and then.
They annoying.
They are noisy, but they're probably saving some friends right now.
But anyway, I think that's a problem. I think the problem is that people don't know what true friendship means. I mean, between this year and last year, I've heard so many stories, about betrayal, friends betraying friends, and, co-workers, like people that have been friends for like 20 years,
Right.
that I knew for a long time. And it's sad. It's very sad,
Right. You ever had a longtime friend that over time y'all fall out or you don't realize y'all not as close anymore?
Yes, I had a friend. Okay, no, let me not even call her a friend. Okay, I thought she was my friend, and what happened was we had an argument, And the argument, I don't understand where the argument came from, because I was just telling this chick, oh, the supervisor was asking where you were because I had got her a job.
Right.
And she was absent, so the manager came to me. Okay? I was like, I don't know where she is. So when I got home, I called her. I was like, listen, the manager was asking for you. Next time you don't want to show up to work, at least call him, because I don't want him coming to me.
Right.
All of a sudden, chick explodes on me for no reason. Talk about, I don't know why he came to you for, and all of this and all that, yelling in my ear. Then she starts going in another direction, talking about, yeah, you think you all of that because you go to school. Yeah. I said, huh? Oh, no, that's when I went from 0 to 100. I was like, who the hell you think you talking to? And I was like, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
It sure didn't.
And it just went left very quickly. And she had the nerve. She had the nerve. Let me tell y'all. She had the nerve to call me the next day talking about we both said things that we didn't mean. I said, no, sweetheart. You meant everything that you said. Now I know how you really feel about me. It's all good. I'm changing my number anyway, so you don't gotta worry about me.
And like I heard once before, the word END is at the end of friend. Sometimes you gotta use it.
Yeah, that was over. I wasn't even trying to. How I think I'm all of that because I'm in college.
Y'all heard it right here, ladies and gentlemen, on You Better Think. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that the poetess Chanelle drops the spoken word everywhere. She also drops the written word, not just by way of poem, but she is a songwriter, yo. She's also a songstress. And keep it in the line of this show today. We're talking about friends, and as Miss Jasper said, lovers form stronger, beautiful bonds when there's a friendship at the foundation. Let's switch to a treat for you all today. Another treat. This is just a wonderful show. I feel so privileged and lucky and honored to be able to be on a platform with two amazing creative energies, Mr. Chris Jasper and Miss Poetess Chanelle. Without teasing you anymore, I'm going to let you listen to her lullaby.
Why won't you let me move on? Yeah, a cheater and a liar that you turned out to be. Now you on my line seeking ecstasy. Missing what you had, I heard it all before. I'm done. You hid your baby mama, now it's all coming back. I know you'll never change, and that's a fact. Hey, was the nigga, cause you're holding on. I'm done, and ready to move on. Why don't you leave me alone? Why don't you leave me alone? Alone, alone, alone. When you finally sign these papers, you will never hear from me. I'm in love with someone else and getting married. You played yourself. I don't want you. You played yourself. I don't need you. You played yourself. Moved on. Let me be free. Let me be free. I don't love you no more. It's gone away from me. Gone away from me. Gone away from me. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
Now, I'm sure some of you noticed we got a theme song this month, and I'm so excited to be playing it. I think it's hot. Of course, you all got a clip. I was lucky enough to be in the studio, so I got the extended version, which I personally think is going to be coming to a lot more of your ears in the months to come because it's hot. Frankly, it's a dance song to me. And what's especially extra special about it, if you haven't already figured it out, is it's got the voice of the poetess Chanelle. Yo, she is the songwriter and the songstress. This woman right here doesn't just drop spoken word, she drops the written word. She can do it as a plain old conversation or as a melody, as you hear. Very, very talented, and look forward to many things coming out of this woman over the years to come.
You better think. Are you a zombie? Don't be a zombie. You better think. You better think. Don't be a zombie. Don't be a zombie. You better think. You better think. Use your mind. You better think. You better think. Think through. You better think. You better think. You better think. Are you a zombie? You better think. Use your mind. Don't be a follower. You better think. Yeah, I like that. I love that beat. It's ill. I love it.
As I've been saying, the show has been amazing today. I'd like to thank Mr. Chris Jasper for taking time out of his schedule to join us on the show today. Your music is beautiful. I've always enjoyed it throughout my life, and I look forward to more continued wonderful songs from you. Thank you for all you do and all of the messages that you spread on the show today. I have to always thank the poetess Chanelle for being here, being my co-pilot. She makes the show better as you all hear. The creative energies coming out of this young lady are really great for our platform, and we're really happy to have that contact with her and look forward to presenting Poetess Chanel and Cass Allen on You Better Think, hosted by Bullhorn Gypsy.
Use your mind. You better think. You better think. Think through. You better think. You better think. You better think.